Hey there, welcome to the next video on understanding the NDF flow of GitHub. So we'll be learning about what is GitHub flow and what are commits, pull requests and changes and feature branches. And we will be also talking about how to manage your GitHub platform, right? All right, so your first thing to get started, so I would suggest you to have some patience and then try to understand the particular thing. This can be sometimes a bit complicated for you as well. All right, in that case, let me get started. Now this chart might be give you an anxiety on what really thing is happening. So in the upcoming videos, what you will be doing is like, where is my, all right, oh, let me go over here. So what you will be doing in the upcoming videos is like you will be creating your own pull request for the first time. So for that, I want you to understand what exactly we are going to do. We are going to work on this particular thing, and the link is there in the description, or you can just search this on the Google. All right. So first thing, come back and start the repository. So that's a way that you can show some support to the developers like me to come here and make this video and help you to understand what is GitHub is all about. All right. So getting started with the flow. So what we going to do is like forking the project, creating a new branch, edit the file, commit the changes, and create a pull request. Now we have to understand why we are doing this. Why I can't go and come and edit any of these particular files. For example, what you will be doing is like you will be adding your name in this particular section. Now you will be having a question like, why I can't come and edit this? No, you can't, because there might be some cases like some website are running in a very platform. For example, we are running. So if you search awesome profiles, let me show you one repository. So we will come back to this repository later in this video, so don't worry about this. So this is like a website which I have created with amazing awesome profile. So you might have remembered that I told in the previous video that how we can create a special readme profile. So you can get an inspiration from each one of them and click on edit button and you can modify your resume. Now what happened is like we have this particular repository for people can come and add their profile. For example, they create an issue, so we created a bot which can create an automatic pull request. So all the profiles which you see over here is people who try to add their profile just like this. I will show you a demo about how to add your profile to here, right? All right, so this thing is pretty this is how we handle it. So now why we won't let people to add directly changes, or why GitHub is not letting you to do that, is because there might be some cases like bugs can happen, error can happen. So there should be a proper guideline, like somebody has to review your code, and then once everything is okay, they can merge into the production. All right, so that's what we are going to do. So that's why we are not letting GitHub is not letting to change on anything on the main branch if you don't have a right access to it. Now, being an open source contributor, so you will be contributing to different platforms and different organization. So it can be the things like until and unless you become a maintainer, you won't be having a right access to that repository. So the ideal approach is like create a pull request and create an issues and go on, right? All right, so let's get started. So first thing first, so I'm going to teach you about a complete flow. So now you can see something called main branch over here. So this is the main branch. And once you create an additional branch, you can create an additional branch like feature bar Sanjay, or you can say feature Sanjay, create a branch. Now you created your own copy. Now in order to create, you might need to create a fork button. So forking is very important over here. Or maybe I can show you a demo from my second account. You start the repository, you click on fork button and you choose create fork. You select the owner. Oh, there is already a fork assist. So if that's the case, you can go to your profile and click on the fork button, right? Now you have two different branches like this, feature Sanjay, feature main. So in this branch, you are free to do anything. You can directly change anything, commits or something like that. Then you can eventually merge that into the main branch. So that's what we are going to teach over here. So we are going to understand what our branches is all about. So this is the command line where you can install the branches. So this is being covered in the next video, so don't worry about this. So we created one branch called main and one branch called feature. Oh, something has changed. Okay, so we created some branch called, oh, sorry about that. We create some branch called main called Sanjay and feature called feature Sanjay, right? Now we created this to make changes, and eventually we can do the commit into our main branch by creating a pull request. So, and the entire details is been given over here, so you can come back and refer to it. Now let me show you a demo on how to do it. So you don't have to follow this. I have given a detailed guideline on how to do this in the next video. Just try to watch and understand rather than trying to do in the parallelly. Now I changed something over here. Foundation. You can just remove this one over here, and I can commit the changes. Don't do this in your profile. So this is just for you to understand. You can directly commit directly to the feature branch. You can directly commit to the feature branch. Now what you do is you added a commit message. So very careful, like when you do a commit message, make sure that the commit should be pretty much clearly. So any changes, it will be go to modified, unmodified, staged, commit. So this will be covered in detail in the next video again. So you can see every commit you make, there will be a SHA assigned with it. For example, when you go to the open source practice, when you click on your branch, right? When you click over here, you can see a particular branch has particular SHA thing assigned to it. That's how they make sure that, okay, you can go back to your previous commits and go back to the timeline and changes something over here. So that's how the main purpose of Git version control. Now when you come to the open source practice and you are in your feature branch, you can see you can create a pull request. So now what happened is, like, you can see GSOC 3 months long program is already over here. Now we already changed that in our branch. Now I'm creating a conveyor pull request over here. Might take some time to load. So maybe meanwhile I will explain you what is the next step. So what we will be doing is, like, we are doing a pull request. So pull request is what happened is, like, so you made the changes, you made into your feature branch. Now you made a pull request. Now it will go for a code review, and the code review you can add signal from one branch is ready to another branch. So that's basically the pull request is doing. So once the changes are good to PR, and source will compare to the main branch, and it will merge into the base branch, and it will be available for the public. So that's how the overall view of the merging looks like. So now we are in the submit pull request thing. Here we will have further discussion, and the owner will make sure that everything is fine and will merge to the main branch. So let's look into it how it looks like. So you can see this is base branch, this is our compare feature branch. Now the owner is like, you can create a pull request. You can see the files you have changed over here. So now you have created a pull request. Now this will go to the author, so you don't have to do anything over here. So here I can see what has been changed. So this has been removed over here. I can, okay, so pull request has been submitted. I'm still in my base branch, that's why. Okay, so if you go to the pull request over here, it's just open right now. I can go to the see the files has been changed. So this has been changed. I can, okay, so I can't approve my own pull request. So you can directly confirm the merge, and you can delete the branch. That's a very ideal way of doing it. Delete the branch which you have created. If many people are working, there will be like a lot of branch being created over there. Now you can see that particular line, which is GSOC, has been removed from here. So that's how basically the things works. And now we will be jumping into some other things called issues. So this is part of the GitHub thing. For example, if you find okay, something is missing, you don't directly come and create a branch and try to do a pull request without the owner knowing. So the best approach on open source is basically like you create an issue. So basically issues are like a way of letting know, the admin know that okay, there is something which can be improved in your website, or there is something which there is a bugs in your profile which can be improved. So what you do is like come here, search for existing issue. For example, if you're looking for posters, filter by posters, so it will let you know whether that particular issue related is already been there addressed or not. If not, you can click on create new issues and create it. So it asks you to create a new one, you create an issue. Now all right, so here you can type a title, headline is wrong. Now you can, here is the proposed new headline, and create a new issue. All right, so you can assign to yourself and submit a new issue. Make sure that you attach more details like where the headline is wrong. Provide a screenshot about what's happening. For example, if there is like issue over here, you take a screenshot, you come back here, you can paste the screenshot over here, and you can tag particular admin. If you think that okay, I'm the admin, you can tag me and click on submit new issue. So what happened is like this issue has been created. Now the admin can come and assign that to you, or assign that particular issue to you or not. So maybe you won't be having access to it, so they will be assigning this issue, then they will be telling, oh, you can start working. Now you can start working on this particular project, and you can create a branch, and you can create a pull request. So that's how the things works. Otherwise, don't just go into any open source projects and try to do a pull request just like that. So mostly they won't approve it. Now we already learned about forking the project. So because the main project will be always locked, the other third party people can't address it, change it. So what you do is like once you create a pull request, once you create an issue over here, and once the admin is approved, it usually takes a long time, maybe 3 to 4 days, usually in the open source where the admin is replying, and it all depends upon how active that project is all about. So once you get an go ahead to work on this particular pull request, what you will be doing is like you will be forking this particular project, because you won't be having a right to change anything on this particular website. So you will be forking, sorry about that, you will be forking, and you can change the things. So a detail about this is covered in the next one. Then there is like different kind of forking, which is like friendly forking. That's not really important for you to right now. All right, so we will skip this check thing, and there is another way that you can have further before creating an issue. Is basically like people do use WhatsApp and another social media communicating platform to discuss about some update is coming. For example, let me create a discussion. So you can always come here and create a discussion, or you can search for any discussion which has been happened. So now you create a discussion, that Q&A. Always try to create a discussion in a Q&A. So bug found on website. So mention where you found the bug in headline. You start a discussion, right? Now the admin can come over here and understand what that have a conversation with you, where exactly you find the issue, where exactly find you bug, and once this is been done, it can directly pass to the issue rather than you directly creating an issue over here. So this would be an amazing way that you can do more collaboration, and other people also can come over here. So now we have an option to create an issue from this discussion. So this only will be having an admin have the option to create this. So admin will create an issue from this. So what happened is like the entire discussion being happened over here. So why this is useful is like now you create an issue and having a communication over here, or you create an discussion and it will refer you to this particular communication. So the mail chain is pretty much clear over here. So the conflicts, anyone can come and understand easily what really happened. They enter discussion over here, and anything related to the development will be over here, right? So this is way too easy way that how you should follow the approach in terms of GitHub discussion. Now GitHub discussions are multiple ways: Q&A, questions for community to answer with a question answer format, and you do get badges for answering the Q&A. So I will be covering that in the next sessions. So you have announcement. So this is mostly used by admin to create an announcement or anything general. You can do any of these things if you have access to, but I do recommend, if you have anything to discuss with the community members, always create a Q&A option over here. So that would be my suggestion. Now let's have a Q&A over here. So we were talking about the Q&A. So what is the best way to report a bug in the GitHub project? Any idea which one you would be selecting? So I'll be giving you 5 maybe around 20 seconds for this. And also, suppose you are creating a bug fix on a new branch and want to become part of the next production build generated from the main branch. So what you should be doing? All right, so your time starts now. All right, so the answer would be like, the best way to create a issue report in a bug is like issues, right? So search the bug in the project, in the existing issue, create a new one if it hasn't been reported, or you can directly go to the discussion, or if you are in a discussion over some new feature which you want to implement, directly start a Q&A discussion and discuss with the admin. Now the second one is like, suppose you created a bug fix on a new branch and want to become a part of the next production build generated from the main branch. What you should do? You should create a pull request from the your new branch to the main. It's basically easy, direct question. All right, we have one more question for you. So suppose you would like to work with the project on GitHub, but you don't have the right access to the project. What can you do? So so the best thing is like, you create a fork of that project, then clone the particular repository into your local machine and push the changes into your repository and submit a pull request with the upstream repository. So now don't worry, we will be having a practical of this in the next video. And thank you for watching it again. So see you in the next video. All right, GitHub live demo on the next video, not in this video. All right, thank you for watching. I hope you understand the basic understanding about the GitHub flow and how the GitHub is working and how we do manage the platform. Thank you for watching.